Hello, everybody, and good evening tonight. We're at the penultimate moment of the summit. I'd like to thank, firstly, all 52 startups that participated over the course of yesterday. You all did an amazing job. And today we are welcoming the final 10. We've increased the number from 8 specifically for this event. So before I introduce you to the startups, I'm just going to tell you who we have on the judging panel this evening. First up, we have Ula Nane from Go Singapore. Thanks a lot, Ula, for being with us. Łukasz Skarka from InnoEnergy. Thank you, Łukasz, for being here. Wojciech Zaczynski from Microsoft. Kinga Stanisławska of Xperia Venture Fund. And myself. Offline, we're also having Tom Bernard, who's from CE Business Media. He won't be with us on stream today, but he's going to be judging. Okay, so without further ado, first up this evening is Startup Take Task. Welcome, Sebastian. Hello, Sebastian.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we will just share the screen.
Lovely. Okay, and as you're fully aware by now, you have 3 minutes starting in.
Okay, great. I'm ready. Can I start? Yes.
Okay, we'll start the clock. You've got 3 minutes starting from now,
okay.
Followed by 4 minutes of Q&As. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi. So my name is Sebastian. I'm the founder and the CEO of TakeTask. Large organizations usually have well-defined processes executed by employees with different experience, skills, and attitude. So the problem they experience is false reporting, limited feedback, and simply suboptimal communication. So managers need a transparent overview of all delegated tasks, objective verification of their execution, and they also want it to be fast and easy. Employees, on the other hand, want to have a clear prioritized list of assignments, easy access to guidelines, as well as an instant and fast feedback. So our system enables easy, fast setup, distribution, confirmation, and verification of tasks on a large scale in different industries. Our goal is simply to simplify the management of tasks by replacing the paperwork to ensure highest standards. In 2018, we launched a full version of our system, closed a seed round, started sales, employed new people, and also closed a bridge round. We grew at this time at an average 12% month-to-month rate. We got 12 paying enterprise clients, some of them out of Poland, 5 implementations on the run, and we have over 30 clients in tests. Over a week ago, we found a new use case for our system. In 48 hours, we deployed our first coronavirus quarantine application. We enable people on quarantine to report their location a few times a day, so the police can concentrate controls only on the people who breach the quarantine. We have talks in this area with several governments. That's why we expect our MRR will grow from about 30K to over 100K in the next few months. The online productivity and collaboration tool market is growing at a 12% rate, year-to-year rate. Part of it is the field force automation systems market. It's younger and it grows faster at a 16% rate. All task management systems look the same at the first glance. I know it. The first difference is the target market. We concentrate on enterprise. The second are deeply embedded features. Our main defensibility strategy is flexibility combined with being fully enterprise ready. That's what we have proven with our quarantine app. We sell in a SaaS model with a monthly based subscription, depending on the number of users. We got 2 distribution channels. One is in-house growth hacking and sales team. The second one is via partners like Microsoft, consulting companies, telcos, IT integrators, etc. Our company grew from 5 to 25 people in 2019. Now we have a great team of engaged and experienced people, but we want to grow even faster. That's why we are now in the middle of our next investment round to support scaling in Europe. We already have a committed investor for 30%.
That's your time over, Sebastian.
Okay,
Thanks
that's all
for your presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, judges, you've got 4 minutes of Q&As. Go ahead. Yeah, any of the judges would like to ask a question?
Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Sebastian, I wanted to ask you about two things, basically. Both are connected with the easiness of the app. First of all, how easy or how fast is it for you to adapt to each new customer? And second of all, how easy or how hard it is for the customer to adapt to your software as compared to any other competitor?
Yeah, so this is a very good question. Basically, this is the reason why we are scalable. We can launch our application anywhere in the world within 24 hours. It's really very fast to set it up. Although each client has his own Azure cloud and have full, I would say, autonomy in the application. Of course, the application is exactly the same for every client. And the implementation from the perspective of the end users, it's a self-explanatory app. So there is no training needed for those people in the field. For the administrator, of course, there is a 2-hour training, and then we help them to integrate. And that's why we also work with our IT integrators and consulting companies, because we want to enter other industries where we do not have experience. And that's why we also need this kind of help to be able to scale much faster.
Okay. Hi, Sebastian. How much time do you need to complete the sales process on average?
So this is enterprise sales. Generally, it takes a few months. So first we talk with clients, then we have tests, and then we end up. So our fastest process was about 4 months. The longest, they are still in the process, so they can take something like even 10 months. So it's something in between. We hope to shorten this process with shortening the tests and with having a more robust application. In the previous times, we simply, once we were testing the system, we were adding additional features. Now, we see that we already cover most of the basic functions that enterprise clients need. So the implementation now goes faster.
So Sebastian, I want to ask you deeper about this distribution model. You mentioned that you have 2 types of the distribution. So regarding the first point for building the scale of your solution, how you want to address the, let's say, different size of the customers?
So generally, we do not go as a full SaaS model. We will try the full SaaS model probably at the end of the year or beginning of next year. Now we concentrate on enterprise clients, and that's why we have this growth hacking and sales team and project managers that can deploy our system anywhere in the world. And we already deployed it this way in South Africa. We were supposed to start test for sure Canada in July for global procurement. So we do it, yeah. But on the other hand, so we feel that it's and we already have first tests, and we hope to close first contracts with our partners, like consulting companies. We have very strong relationship with Microsoft. We had a call at the beginning of the week with over 25 people and from all over Europe regarding our system. So yes, this is a scalable. Although it's an enterprise software, it's really scalable.
Do you integrate with ERP?
Oh, we can
Sorry
integrate.
to interrupt you guys. I'll just finish that question quickly.
Okay. Yes, we do. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sebastian, for your presentation. Next up, we have InStreamly and Victoria presenting.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Victoria. How are you?
Yeah, great. Yeah, I'm glad
Okay.
that everything's
Sorry, just a
working.
second. Can we restart the clock, please? Okay, so as you're aware, you have 3 minutes.
All right, I'll just share my screen.
Mm-hmm. Your screen?
Just a second.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, it loaded. Okay, so I will
Okay.
start now.
Cool. I'll give you 10
Okay.
seconds at the end. So if you go ahead now.
Okay. There is a revolution in distribution of live stream content. Now it's not the TV leading, but millions of independent broadcasters. They are called streamers, and they stream from their homes. There are 3 million streamers live each month, but they are too small to act on the advertising market on their own, and streaming platforms like Twitch, YouTube exploited by claiming ownership of the broadcast. At InStreamly, we have a different vision. Streamers can earn just as platforms do. InStreamly is a technology that allows to manage and place content in hundreds of streams automatically. Thanks to this, streamers have control of their content and freedom to earn money on that. On the marketplace, streamers connect with advertisers directly and earn money by displaying ads in their stream. Advertisers work with hundreds of streamers simultaneously. Business model is quite simple. Streamers place ads in their stream, we get a fee from the transaction. And it's market proven. In Q4 2019, over 1,000 streamers used InStreamly to participate in multiple campaigns, offering over 4.5 million views of ads in their content. Combining thousands of independent broadcasters into one network offers great advertisement opportunities. But recently, it came out as really much more than just this. Streamers reach young people who do not trust politicians and traditional media. When the epidemic broke out, we launched a campaign that informed the viewers to stay at home. Hundreds of streamers participated in the action, and this number is still growing. In just a few days, we reached 400,000 people. Next steps? There are many entities that cooperate with streamers. For example, esport organizations. And all of the work is done manually. They need a solution to manage and monetize their streamers. We deliver this solution as a SaaS tool. Then, SaaS clients enter the marketplace. Brands can start working with their streamers through the marketplace, and we create a SaaS-enabled marketplace. And it's all done with a great team of experienced esports, streaming, and marketing professionals. Beside me in the founders team, there are Maciej, CEO, esports streamer, journalist, and video producer, co-founder of Devils One, a leading CEE esport organization. Szymon, ex-head of content creation in Mediacom Warsaw, co-creator of the biggest influencer and gaming campaigns in Poland for clients like Play or Coca-Cola. And I was a streamer, esport host, and interviewer, and I know what streamers need and what the viewers want. So this is InStreamly.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Victoria. You even managed to make it to 3 minutes without the 10 seconds. So the judges now have 4 minutes of Q&As. So if you go ahead and ask Victoria some questions, please. Who's going first?
So what is the stage right now? Is the tool already online?
Yeah, it's working. We had campaigns in 2019 and it's functioning right now. So we are not only developing the media product, the tool for streamers and brands, but we are now creating the next product or developing the next stage, a SaaS product of it. So it's functioning on the market right now.
Okay, so how many streamers you have already?
We had 1,000 streamers participating in campaigns, and in our database are over 5,000 or 7,000, I don't remember the number exactly, streamers logged in.
Mm-hmm. And what countries are you targeting initially from the development stage?
Right now we had campaigns in Poland, Germany, Spain, and Turkey, and we'll be moving to these markets and then globally for American markets and English speakers.
Okay.
Did you size the opportunity across the globe? So what is the opportunity for you and what is the best customer for you?
Okay, we have 3 groups of customers because we have media agencies. So we want to be a part of the media plan of the programmatic and part of the whole global strategy of media company. Then there are esport organizations, tournament organizers, and MCNs, so multi-channel networks that work and cooperate with streamers. And these are the SaaS clients. And also our clients and our inventory are the streamers. So the market is really global and rising because it's both esports, live streaming, and gaming.
And did you size this market from the opportunity perspective, also the profits for you?
Once again?
Did you size the market? Do you know what is the size of the market for you from the the opportunity and also for the profit for your solution?
We size the market. There are over 200 big esports organizations in the world. So the possible clients that need the solution because they work with streamers. And there are over 1,000 media companies in the world that work with clients' budgets and they want to advertise in streaming gaming, because every media company, agency is seeing the opportunity of the rise of gaming. So they want to go into it in a safe way. And we provide KPIs and a tool that is understandable for them.
Let's say I'm a streamer and I'm trying to choose a platform to be on. I'm trying to choose your competitors or you. What's the incentive in terms of money or visibility for me to choose your platform instead of the other one?
We are not a streaming platform, so we are not YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. We just place content in the stream of a streamer, and it's done before he transmits to any content platform, to any streaming platform. So for us, for the streamer, it's his decision, and we want to work globally with and be able to work despite of the streaming platform the streamer is on.
Cool. Doesn't it harm
And how the videos are chosen by media?
Because there are two questions.
Okay, guys, we've come to the end of the question time. So thanks a lot for your input, judges. Thank you, Victoria, again for your presentation. Next up, we have Kalev Karpuk of Adact. Hi there, Kalev. Can you hear us?
Hi, absolutely.
Great to
Well,
have
let's
you.
set it
Okay.
up and congratulations.
You know the drill,
for,
3 minutes, let's go.
Cool. So hi, I'm Kalo and I'm the founder of Adact. And for several years, I've been creating gamification marketing strategies for companies like Verizon or Keurig or Caesars Casino. And recently this Estonian brand approached me because they wanted this kind of a scratch and win card campaign. And based on my profession and professionalism, I know that it takes around 5,000 euros to create more than a month of work, which involves 6 to 10 people. Now, the thing is that I've done this exact campaign before with just different visuals. So I would have to do the same thing again and again and again. And that's the inspiration why we created Adact, which is a platform where brands and creative agencies can create game-based lead generation campaigns without writing a single line of code. Now, we've tested our own platform and we know that it takes less than a day, just 1 to 2 people and 15% of the budget to set up a game-based campaign. Now, why would anyone care? Because game-based campaigns provide 10-fold better results than non-game-based campaigns. Higher engagement length, higher completion rate translates into better brand awareness and higher conversion rates. These are actual numbers from a campaign that we have launched. Now, of course, we are happy to have competitors as well. The major ones in operation just in 2 years and worth well over 150 million. But we are more happy because we're different, because when we say that we don't expect a single line of code to be written, we actually mean it, while still maintaining this unique feel and look to each campaign. Now, with just 3 months of operation, we are signing our first client today, this week, and we have 5,000 euros at least in the pipeline to reach for Q3 this year. So the team started off with just 2 people, and now we've expanded to 5. We have a lead investor who's the CEO of 2 largest media brands. We're also backed up by startup Wise Guys, which accelerator we successfully finished. We are raising 200,000 euros, and we're opening the round at the end of summer. But we're also very happy if you could sign up and try to test out to be our early adopter on adact.me. So thank you.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Kalev. And you still actually have 30 seconds left. So
yeah,
we'll go straight into the Q&As from the judges.
I will maybe start from the basic questions. How you want to earn money with this solution?
Cool. This is a completely SaaS platform. It's a month-by-month subscription, and first clients are 450 euros per month.
Okay, and that will grow the size of the customer, size of the campaign. How you want to evaluate in the future collaboration with the future customers?
Yes, thanks. So we have two different customer base, either a brand or an agency. With an agency, of course, this is going to be like 1.5 upwards per month. But if I understand the question correctly, it was how do we price looking forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 450 is where we start knowing that we're still at early adopter phase. Our competitors are currently charging 21K a year, or the other one is 8K a year. So we do look at this going around 800 euros per month once we have better, just improved further.
Okay, do we have any other questions there from the judging panel? In terms of, I have one for you there, Kalev. In terms of your round, in light of the current situation, are you prepared for any delays in closing that round?
Yeah, thank you. It's a good question. Actually, we look at this situation as an opportunity, not as a how to say, a downside. We see a high surge of companies who are moving their budget to e-commerce, which we have a whole new entire market segment that we can now target. In terms of the round, we are actually don't expect to open the round any later because all of the clients are in the pipeline and we don't have any concern of not reaching around 4 to 5K MRR at the end of August.
Okay, great. That's really encouraging to hear, and I wish you all the best.
How much time and resources it would take for a competitor to rebuild what you did?
Can you please repeat it? You were
how much time and resources it would take for potential competitor to rebuild what you did?
Thanks. So mainly the competitive advantage comes from the idea that I teach game design in a university, and knowing the specific aspects of what makes a game campaign to actually be successful. This is something that you cannot recreate literally. If you want to just technologically create the same thing, yeah, you will do something around 4 to 5 months. But the other thing is what we see our competitors doing is they overload their platform with everything, which makes it very complicated and very tough to use because it's kind of easy to do everything. Our strength comes from the fact that we make 90% of the decision for the client and only leave the decision that actually matter in terms of results.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we've got 30 seconds left. If there's any final quick questions for Kalev.
What are the next steps, Kalev, apart from landing the customers in the pipeline?
Yeah, thanks. I don't know if you can see, I do have this roadmap kind of figured out. The most important next steps are involving the product launch to be available to every single person. Right now, we're only focusing on early adopters.
Okay, that brings us nicely to the end. Thank you very much, Kalev. And again, all the best with your round later this year. Next up, we have Mikołaj Dramovic from DataPax.
How do you advertise yourself?
Hi, hello.
Hi there, Mikołaj. Can you hear us all?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay, we can see your
let me
screen,
know.
so we'll go ahead 3 minutes from now.
Okay, so manufacturing companies, they want to make money. In order to do so, they need to make more products, make products with higher quality, or reduce their cost, and also reducing their impact on the environment. So it's also reducing the waste. We are also seeing a lot of automatization and digitalization these days, and also usage of online platforms also due to current situation with coronavirus, which, by the way, during the presentations, I received the text from the government that new rules in Poland were presented to society. So the situation is unique. So the real question is for the manufacturers, how to produce more using less. And if you want to optimize, if you want to use automatization in your organization, you can use our platform. Our platform has advanced algorithms that can, in online, analyze your production processes and distribution processes. Doing so, the algorithm shows which are the best places in your process to be improved. We use the data from ERP systems, IT systems. We use the data from cross-checked questionnaires and also from not so obvious sources, like, for example, industrial cameras, so CCTV and motion capture. So when the DPX platform identifies the best place to optimize, it also provides the manufacturer with solution from unlimited base of solutions and our suppliers. So basically, the DPX platform is a search engine, self-learning search engine with one specific goal: to increase the efficiency of production system. And on the other hand, if you are a supplier with great solution, you can easily plug into the platform and let yourself to be found by those companies that really need your services. So we estimated Polish market. We aim for the mid and small companies, but we already have some international corporate clients. The money comes from subscription. It's around 5,000 euros per year per customer, and we aim to have only in Poland about 3,000 customers in the next years. Already we invest some money of our own, and we have one private investor, which, by the way, was our client before.
Okay, I'll have to cut you short there, Mikołaj. Thanks
Yes.
a lot for your presentation, and we'll move
Thanks.
into the 4 minutes of Q&As from the judges.
Well, I have a question. How you connect
Yes.
with manufacturers' software? How you adapt your system to be able to check how the processes look like?
This is a very good question. Right now, we prepare forms on which the companies can put the data we need to analyze the system. We are thinking about and working towards integration, but the main question right now is how to choose the production system that we want to integrate with, because the one proposal is, for example, SAP. But right now, I think it's too big for us because we just released the MVP of our product. So though this is an important question, right now we managed to create forms that can be filled individually by specialists on the side of manufacturers.
So how much work on the client side is needed to implement?
Oh, it actually varies. It's also a great question, because there are situations that there are really simple things you can do in your production system to improve your productivity about 6-7%. So you can put a little effort to get good outcome. But if you want to go deeper into the more advanced analysis, we are preparing it to make it less as simple as is possible. But sometimes you just need to gather some information, for example, from a manufacturing floor, when you need to go there and, for example, take 3 pictures.
So, Mikołaj, I have a question regarding the solution. You mentioned that you are dealing with the big data. So are you using any artificial intelligence systems, or you developed this in-house?
We want to connect with companies that already have this solution in place, because it will be quicker than putting it on our side. Of course, it would be better in case of getting the knowledge to our team alone as a strategic decision, but it's better to concentrate on our core competences, which is the optimization of processes, than to adjust it with big data and artificial intelligence. And I'm speaking about it, but one more time, we are on the beginning of the journey, so we didn't gather so much data, so we could even talk about the big data analysis. But the whole process is developed the way that we could implement it right into the system.
That you're at the beginning of the journey. Can you tell us about the team that's on the journey?
This is the biggest and very strong asset of Dataparks. We have really good team of experts. We have combined over 100 business experience, years of business experience in Dataparks, and we have well, we have people who were in the business a few decades ago, and we have young guys with very brilliant minds. So we are really interconnected with our experience in the IT, in the business, risk management, of course, and of course, optimization and automatization processes.
Wonderful, and we'll cut the questions off there. Thanks a lot, Mikołaj.
Thanks a lot, keep healthy.
Presentation and the questions. Next up, we have Oleg Dray of Carpe Diem Solutions.
Okay, thank
Hello, Oleg. Can you hear me?
Hi, guys. Yes, I do.
Great. I hear you loud and clear. Okay, we have your screen. 3 minutes. Off you go.
Okay, thanks. My name is Oleg. I'm CEO and co-founder of Israel-based early-stage technology company named Carpe Diem Solutions, and I want to present you our technology for extreme weather forecasting and radio surveillance system. So basically, extreme weather and climate-related disasters have been a top issue in the latest Davos World Economic Forum, heavily discussed, and as well, climate action belongs to one of the UN-led Sustainable Development Goals. So this is a critical issue. And if we look at the previous year, 2019, the weather-related devastations lead to almost more than $200 billion of economic damages and millions of lives lost. So our technology really deals with this problem. And according to the authorities, the early warning system of the upcoming extreme weather events can reduce the damages up to 40%. So it's our purpose to actually leverage our deep technology to address this problem and to provide the decision makers with the advanced early warnings and disaster prediction system. So here is our team. Most of our guys are 37 years old on average. Most of them are serial entrepreneurs or have been occupying C-level positions and board memberships in billion-dollar companies globally. And my personal story, I was an advisor to the Minister of Economy and Trade in Ukraine. I was in C-level positions in really, really big companies, and I'm an expert in corporate governance, and I'm one of the key decision makers in the company. So about the technology, we have developed our own technology, which is based on adaptive lattice filter, which is a really deep technology, and we as well use edge-ified machine learning, which enables us to provide almost immediate precision and precise early warning system of the weather, while the traditional methods, they need to process data of nearly 6 hours long. So it's not real-time weather forecasting. And thus we enable extreme fast recognition of hazardous meteorological formations, interference reduction from the 5G. We reduce the energy consumption of the radars, and we as well use the possibilities of machine learning and AI. So this is how the technology looks like, the module with the running algorithm on this module. We are reading all existing parameters of the Doppler radars, magnifying their performance up to 10 times. For example, the surveillance time, we increase up to 10 times, the power consumption more than 30 times, the range is full, and the accuracy, once again, 10 times performance grows. So apart from the weather forecasting, our technology applies as well to military, commercial, and aviation radars, providing, again, 10 times performance growth. The market opportunity is huge, almost $40 billion forecasted of market worth by 2025. Our direct clients actually...
Thanks a lot, Oleg. I need to cut you short there. That's your 3-minute slots. Okay, and now we have the Q&As from our judges.
Okay.
So maybe we can ask about your clients then, or your main clients, if you could say.
Yeah, main clients currently, we have ongoing pilot trials with weather forecasting stations. Most of the weather forecasting stations, they're using the second generation of Doppler radar. So there are tens of thousands of installed capacity, and all these radars need an upgrade. So we're going to upgrade all those radars. So this is the first client group. The second client group is directly the radar manufacturers. So we are targeting these groups, and in the long run, we plan as well to become a weather data platform, and we'll be covering all those industries on my last slide, like insurance, agri, energy, utilities, and go on and go first.
Could you elaborate a bit on data sources to your platform?
Okay, so we initially obtain the data from the radar. Before the data is then processed by very strong computational models, we are using our algorithms. That's we extract the insights about what's going on with the weather on different ranges, being on the edge of the ecosystem. So it's a kind of edge computing solution, and it provides an immediate weather forecasting. So now we are providing it as equipment as a service to the weather stations. Okay. In the later stage, we're going to collect the data from the sensors and radars of the radars, and providing a kind of a platform solution to sell it directly to the next client group of insurers, agri, and etc.
And for this model, you build this in-house, or you are using a supplier for this model? Because you mentioned the model and device and the algorithm, yeah?
Exactly. We're using, actually, we are buying the models from American companies. We have tested how the algorithm works on those models. So we are kind of reselling the models with our inbuilt embedded algorithm. Did I answer the question?
Yes. And then the second question is more regarding the, I want to follow up with what was the question from Ula regarding the clients and the different groups, how you are also willing to participate in the public procurement processes. So how you are ready for that?
Now we are working with the private clients, actually, who own the radars. By the way, in most of the countries, the weather stations are nationalized, and the data is gathered together by the national weather agencies. So we are we're providing a new way to get a more precise understanding of the weather, and we are going to sell it directly to these weather agencies. But apart from that, there are some competitors like Climacell who already are utilizing the capacity of obtaining data from IoT. So in the long run, we plan to become this kind of IoT platform, reselling the data about the weather to all kind of stakeholders. And this business does not require regulation, by the way.
And what revenue model you expect from this data platform?
For now, we are going to utilize the licensing and equipment as a service. In the long run, it will be the subscription-based system.
Mm-hmm.
Just selling the data as subscription.
Mm-hmm. And are the satellites a big competitors for you, the small?
Currently, this whole market works like it's an adjacent thing. It's not a competitor because satellites do not cover on-ground needs. So we can provide ultra precise forecasting, almost what's going on another street.
Okay, thank you. That brings us nicely to the end of the Q&A session. Thanks a lot, Oleg, for your presentation. Next up, we have Nathan Shahar of Livolt Limited.
Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, good afternoon, Nathan. How are you today?
Very good, thanks. Thank you for bringing me on here.
Great, I can hear you perfectly. Okay.
Excellent.
Cool, I can see your pitch deck, so we'll kick off the 3 minutes now.
Let's do it. Hi, I'm Natan Shachar. I'm founder and CEO of LiveVolt, and we have a solution CO2 storage, which is the key technology for moving the world to a 100% renewable energy economy. If coronavirus has taught us anything, I hope it's that global challenges need to be met as a team, and that ideally we'll start preparing for them in advance and not wait till them to hit us in the face like this, so then we're scrambling. The biggest problem today with renewable energy is that it goes on and off like this. The sun shines, the sun sets, the sun's up, the sun's down. So everybody who's talking about renewable energy economy, clean energy economy, needs to understand that without a way to store the energy that we get from solar panels and wind, it's a joke. It's useless. It will never happen. We'll always be on fossil fuels. Now, what we do is we use renewable electricity to take carbon dioxide emissions from existing fossil fuel facilities, existing power plants, generators, boilers, any combustion appliance which is burning fuel and producing carbon dioxide. We can take all of that and convert it into methane, which is synthetic natural gas. Natural gas, which can be stored. Natural gas, which has 100 times the energy density of a lithium-ion battery. This is not a toy like the Tesla Powerwall, which gives you 3 hours of storage. This is using solar energy to produce a year's worth of natural gas. So you can actually run your whole economy on renewable energy. That is what we are doing. That is the value that we're bringing. And we already have a lab scale prototype assembled at Ariel University. I'm working with my partner, Professor Gadi Golan. Together, we have more than 60 years of experience in research and development, commercializing products. We filed a patent for our technology just 2 weeks ago in the United States. We're currently working off a budget of 500,000 euros, 60% from the Israel Ministry of Energy, 40% from my own investment, my own funds. And what we want right now is to take our product out of the laboratory into the pilot scale. And we're looking for 1 million euro to do this, to take our technology and demonstrate it in a real world installation. That is the essence of what we do. And it's important to understand our technology is the key technology for making the Paris Climate Agreement, all these carbon regulations, the whole vision of sustainability a possibility. Because without a way to store renewable energy over the long term, it will never happen. And we do that by integrating with existing fossil fuel infrastructure, which makes it affordable.
Thank you, Nathan. I need to cut you short there. You can, I'm sure the judges are going to have plenty of questions for you. So we'll kick off the 4 minutes of Q&A.
Okay, I have a question.
What would you say, Nathan? Yeah, sorry.
Can I?
Go on, Ola.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I just want to ask you how difficult is to install it, how difficult is to integrate with
that is an excellent question.
Provider.
So my background is not in academia. My partner, Gadi Golan, my background is actually as an engineer in the field doing design work, getting my hands dirty on equipment every day. And from the beginning, we conceptualized this product as it had to be super easy and seamless to integrate. And so it's literally as simple as taking the exhaust stack of any combustion appliance, boiler, power plant, generator, piping it into our box, so to speak, our process. And then out comes methane, natural gas, which we pipe into the fuel line of the combustion appliance. It's designed to be 100% seamless and simple as far as a retrofit. And that's one of the key things that makes us unique, is that we've designed it from the beginning to be able to take an exhaust stream which has all of the contaminants in it, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, water, sulfur, everything. We take the complete package and we work with it, separate it, and process it through our patented chemical and physical process. Does that answer the question? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Nathan.
Okay, I just
can you hear us okay?
Yeah, no, you didn't respond to my answer. I wasn't
You said you need to 1 million to run the POC, and how much you need to commercialize this idea?
After the pilot project, we anticipate we'll then need to raise approximately 5 million to 10 million euro to really, be able to manufacture the system. The hardware itself is very similar to a boiler or a generator. There's no precious materials in it, but there are typical catalysts that you would have with any piece of combustion equipment, stainless steel piping, all of those components. I can show you a picture here of our experimental apparatus here that we have in the laboratory in Arles University. There's our methanation reactor. That glove is filled with carbon dioxide that we separated from a mixed exhaust stream. So that's the rough outline. We are talking about hardware here, so obviously it will take some level of investment to scale it up.
What would you say are the key technological risks, if you were to name them, like top 2 or top 3 risks?
The primary risk is that we will not succeed in optimizing the system to be efficient and cheap enough for us to be competitive given current prices on carbon, electricity, and fuel. It's important to understand that based off just the simple laws of physics, what we are doing, will be done. There's no Nobel Prize innovation here. There's a whole family of patents that will be developed on top of what we've already filed. There's an enormous amount of innovation, but there is no Nobel Prize innovation that's required. What's just required here is a lot of focused work and effort, and that is always challenging.
Great stuff. So that brings us to the end of the Q&As. Thank you very much, Nathan, and we wish you all the best of luck with your prototype and your subsequent round. Next up, we have Lelia Konig of Dashbike. Good evening, Lelia.
Hi. I
see you this evening.
Share my screen.
Sure. I believe I recognize you from Leipzig, I believe.
Yeah. Pretty nice. But not sure if you remember me.
Yeah, I remember we was at the Spin Lab demo day. Okay, we can see your pitch deck, so we'll kick off for 3 minutes now.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm Lelia. I'm part of Dashbike, and we are 4 passionate cyclists, but cycling is getting more and more serious because we have so many car accidents. Just in Germany last year, we hit the peak with 89,000 cycling accidents with cars, with drugs, everything else, and we have around 500 people who died. We also had some people in our nearest company who have been cycling with us, and this have been the moment we decided we want to do something. So the main problem in Germany is that everyone talks about the traffic change and cycling is really good for your health and for environment, but we don't have the infrastructure there. So we are talking about our Dashbike. Our Dashbike is a dash cam just for cyclists. It combines a dash cam with a running daylight every time, so that all the car drivers, truck drivers, they see ours. They will see us. So we just make some short video clips of people who are overtaking too close. We are not filming permanently. So this is what it looks like. We are very proud of it. So we make our dashcam combined with an alarm function. We have an aerodynamic design, really important for us sporty people. And you can use it in front of the court because we are just making short clips. We also want to help all other cyclists. So we work together with 2 cities, with Leipzig and Jena at the moment. And we want to use all this data we have to show them which routes in their cities are really high frequented and where are some points they are really difficult because there are a lot of accidents or close accidents or something like that. So we want to work also with the data. We want to start in August this year. Okay, this was our plan, but now in the Corona time, we don't know if we just can work on this schedule. But we want to start this year to bring our product on the market. We are in the last steps. The dash cams are the most growing market in the consumer electronic, and this is why we want to start here. Our goal is to be break even very fast, because we don't need so much money to bring our product to the market, because they are very well at the moment financed. So we want to make some sales up to 8.2 million until 2021. We also want to adapt our product to different types. We are working at the moment with the
Thanks
trend.
very much, Lelia. Thanks very much.
Okay.
And I can kick off the Q&A session, because there was a question that I was dying to ask when the first time I saw you pitch, and that is what activates the device, because you mentioned that it's not always on. So, how can you be sure that it's getting activated when a potential accident is going to occur?
So we are filming permanently, but we just save when our distance measurements recognize that someone is overtaking you under 1.5 meters. So we are filming permanent, and then we save the last 20 seconds. So we have a fish eye and we have everything around. And when it's under 1.5 meters, so we just take this seconds.
Okay. And what about the devices? Do you produce the devices yourself, as a company, or do you buy somewhere ready cameras? How this looks like?
So at the beginning, we just wanted to produce it at our own, but now we are working together with a big company here in Leipzig, because it's much cheaper for us and much better. It was the best solution, so we can pick everything up when it's completely packed with everything in, and then we will just send it and work together with the retailers.
Okay.
And what is the battery lifetime for the device?
So we are working on 6 hours, because we have the GPS module. This takes a large amount of our battery. So 6 hours are the maximum of our battery.
And the targeted customer for you individuals, the companies, how you want to address the market opportunity?
So we are very well into the bike market. So we have one team member who was in the national team here in Germany. I'm also a professional rider. I also have a bike blog. I have Instagram with around 13K bike interested people. So we have the contacts to all the bike magazines. And now we work together with another company, and so they are in the consumer electronic market, and they want to spread our product in the electronic stores like Saturn, MediaMarkt, and everything else. And we just want to focus on our cycling and bike branch. So we think we can, reach as many people as it's possible.
What's the margin on one device?
Sorry?
On one device in euros or in percent?
I'm sorry, I don't understand it.
I think
I caught that.
Yes.
Yeah, Łukasz was asking, what is your margin on per unit in euros?
Okay, so we have around 70% margin, because we have just standard components. This is really good. We don't need to develop something special. It's all out of components. They are still on the market.
Left. If anyone's got a final question for Lelia this evening. Okay, just a quick one, Lelia. Where, sorry if you've mentioned already, but where are you manufacturing the product?
So we are manufacturing directly in Leipzig. There are also some public grants. They are just working in Leipzig. But we hope that we are growing very fast, and then we can go to China or something else where it's for sure cheaper.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thanks a lot for your presentation, and thanks again to the judges. Next up, we have Adami Cegielski of startup Omnioxy.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, Adam. Hi.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well. We're just waiting for your screen share.
Okay, I will start in this window.
Do you want to increase your and your family's immunity? We live in a time that is very difficult for our health. Intensive work, stress, unhealthy nutrition, smog, sedentary lifestyle. You enjoy financial peace, a sense of security, and the large impact on the space that surrounds you. But you can't change the environment that you live in. We experience civilization diseases. Degeneration and inflammation form in our bodies. Chronic diseases and immunosuppression attack. You can counteract this. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy was discovered many years ago. You stay and breathe in an environment of high pressure with an increased content of oxygen. High pressure in the hyperbaric chamber means that oxygen reaches all poorly oxygenated tissues. It accelerates chemical reactions, increases the production of stem cells, strengthens the body, and supports our natural regenerative capabilities. Initially, this technology was available only in medical centers due to a very high price of the necessary equipment. Now celebrities, sportsmen, business owners have their own hyperbaric chambers at home and at the workplace and use it every day. Today, thanks to Omnioxy, you can have such a device in your home or company, just like them. Take care of your and your loved one's health and become an owner of the Omnioxy chamber. Increase your immunity and the regenerative capabilities of your body.
Hello, I'm Adam Cegielski. You just watched an advertising spot promoting our best-selling product, the Omnioxy Duo Chamber. It is very easy to transport. You can send it by courier to anywhere in the world. We are a young joint stock company which is profitable from the very beginning and develops very quickly. Since the establishment of the company in 8 months, we had over 2 million revenue. The financial result in this period reached to almost 500,000 and we had no loans and debts. We have a great team involved and experienced. We have engineers, finance, marketing and sales specialists on board. Customers are most important to us. We maintain deep relationships with them. Our goal is to become a leader in Europe in our sector. We plan to grow quickly and enter to the stock exchange with
Two can be, how do you handle the user interaction with the O2 cylinders?
O2 cylinders?
Yeah, for your hyperbaric, for your product.
We use concentrators, oxygen concentrators. So you just plug in it to the electricity and it take oxygen from the air.
Okay, so there's nobody has to handle pure O2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can install it in your home. It's very easy.
Wonderful. And what's the maximum pressure depth that you can go to in one of your devices?
The pressure is very safety. It is maximum is 1.5 ATA. So it means 0.5 B bar. I don't know how to say in English.
Yeah.
It is compared to the diving, it is 3 meters under the sea level.
Okay. And what's the maximum exposure time in your hyperbaric chamber for a user?
It depends if you use the mask. The maximum time is 2 hours, but if you don't use the mask, the oxygen level is just 35-33%, so you can stay there as long as you want. So even you can be there 24 hours per day. It is very healthy.
And how do you sell it? It's priced by unit or?
Yes, now we sell it directly to the customer. We install in their homes. We sell it. We take customers from the internet and exhibitions.
And what is the cost for the per device?
Standard product cost is something like 12,000 euro, so 51,000 zloty plus VAT tax.
Are there any alternatives on the market?
Yes, we have some competitors, but we compared to them, we have another way of thinking how to sell, how to make maintenance. We are experienced team in servicing in machines industry, so we know that very important is the maintenance. We have a maintenance plan. We do maintenance every half year in customer on site. So chamber is in perfect condition, and customers like it. We have some competitors, they have similar products, but now we are working on new type of the chamber, which will be very, very innovative. So we will go to another part of the market. In my opinion, there is not so many competitors there.
A yes or no question in the end. What about regulatory? Do you need certification in each country? Is it a certified unit, or is it just you can sell it anywhere in the world without
medical
boundaries?
device or something?
This is not medical device now, but we want to make a certification for us like a medical device. It will help selling.
Thanks a lot there, Adam. I just need to cut you short as we're running over schedule. Thanks a lot for your time, Adam, and best of luck. Next up, we have Stephanie Brennan of Evarvest. Hi, Stephanie. Good to see you today. Are you sharing your screen with us?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. That's your 3 minutes starting now.
Perfect. So the finance industry really can't keep up with the next generation of investors, the same way that tech companies like Facebook, Uber, and Spotify can. It's time to make investing as simple as having a smartphone and a good Wi-Fi connection, the way it should be. Over 93% of stock market value is divided between 3 continents, America, Europe, and Asia, but the access to other markets is both limited and costly. We're uniting the world's stock exchanges in one simple app and making them accessible to investors across the globe. At the same time, we're also educating people, empowering them to make wise investment decisions and secure their financial future. We're like the Spotify of global stock trading, with easy picking stock playlists and the ability to follow your friends' portfolios. Our business model is simple. We place a small margin on FX at the time of a trade. There's a small cost to place an instant trade. And we also place a small margin on the brokerage costs we get charged to access stock exchanges outside the US. Our target demographic of 18 to 35-year-olds are part of the Gen Z and millennial demographics that now make up 63.5% of the world's population. And despite this, investments in the stock market continue to form a significant part of household financial assets all over the world. In fact, 89% of our target demographic invest. but sadly only 18% feel confident in their investment knowledge. This shows that financial literacy is a problem in both developed and developing countries alike. So we're ready to go with our launch scheduled for Q2 of this year. And in terms of our go-to-market strategy, we focus on providing value, drawing customers to our product, which translates to higher brand engagement and customer retention. We do this a number of ways, but our core focus is our partnerships with universities, where we support students to gain work and practical investment experience, while also helping us to shape our product roadmap in line with the needs and wants of the next generation of investors. Since Evervest's inception in January 2018, we've really hit the ground running. We've been a guest speaker at multiple events. We've won multiple pitch events. We've been listed in the top 200 most influential women in fintech. We've been featured in over 70 media articles across the EU. We've formed multiple partners, including 3 universities across the UK and Lithuania to support our go-to-market strategy. And we've also raised more than 304% of our initial fundraising target. We've also received some great feedback. My personal favorite is from a Polish journalist that said, since the app is not yet available, I felt a little bit like licking candy through the glass. We're also supported by a passionate team with extensive experience in our industry, including 2 of our board members, a former vice president of NatWest and a former executive director of the Central Bank of Lithuania. We're inviting you to join our mission because together we can change the way the world invests.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot for that, Stephanie. Sounds like you've got some very prominent individuals in the team. So now we have 4 minutes of Q&As from the judges.
Okay, I can ask you, what are your targeting countries for now? Which part of the world are you targeting as your clients?
Sure. So we're obtaining licenses in both the UK and Lithuania. So we will be launching in the UK in Q2, and then later this year we will be launching in Lithuania and then passporting our license to Poland and Germany, and also Portugal and Spain this year.
So you want to work on very regulated markets. So how we are ready from this, also from the policy perspective?
In terms of the regulations, so in terms of EU regulation, there's obviously MiFID, but then of course there's how MiFID is implemented in different countries. So we adhere to the regulation in Lithuania first and foremost, and then as we passport, there are certain intricacies in different markets that we also have to adhere to. And then of course in the UK, we fall under the FCA regulations as well.
What's the cost of acquiring one customer?
So at the moment, our cost of acquiring customers over the last year, in terms of on our free investment education platform that we've launched, that was less than €40 per customer. But leading into our launch post-license, we expect our average customer acquisition cost to be about €4.50.
How much does one customer in your, I would say, financial vision give you in terms of the revenue or the lifetime value of a customer?
Sure. So, I mean, it does depend on what type of investor they are. There's different segments of the market. So to give you, I guess, an indication of an average user for us, we've benchmarked this against our competitors as well. So a typical investor in the UK would place about 3 trades per month at about €75 per trade. And in a smaller market like Lithuania, we've benchmarked as 2 trades per month at €30 per trade.
And you said you gain revenue only on a currency exchange, was it right?
So there's 3 ways that we make revenue. So currency exchange, an instant trade fee. So effectively, if you want to place your trade instantly into the market, then we charge a small fee. Or if you're happy to wait until the end of the trading day where we can aggregate those trades, then it's fee free. And as we have access to more than 30 stock markets around the world, we are offering commission-free access to all US markets, but we do charge a small margin on other exchanges. So if you went to a typical broker in London, for example, you'd pay about £10 per trade. So with us on a £100 trade, you'd pay about 10 pence, and that's with a margin for us.
Okay.
So we have 30 seconds remaining. Has any of the judges got a last question for Stephanie this evening?
Maybe the
So
question.
Stephanie, so what do you need now?
So in terms of what we need or are looking for, we are about to start hiring for a CFO and also customer service in the lead up to our launch. We are also looking at raising another round as well in the lead up to our launch so that we can scale effectively across multiple markets this year.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Stephanie. That brings us nicely to the end of the Q&As. So
Perfect,
all the best. Lastly, but not least this evening, we have Yaroslav Dubov of Ninja Lender. Just a message to the judges, after this presentation, we're going to go to a Teams meeting. You've got the email from Rosie where we'll discuss the all of the performances tonight and come to a decision. Hi, Yaroslav. Yeah, I can hear you. Just waiting for your. Are you sharing your screen this evening?
Let me a second, please.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see my screen?
Got it. Okay, that's you. There you go. 3 minutes starting from now.
Hi, my name is Yaroslav, and I'm here to tell you about Ninja Lender, a marketplace that gives a new chance for rejected loans. Why is this important? Because 87% of all loan applications are rejected. Just imagine then you can go to a bank 10 times and you will leave it 9 times with nothing. And behind all these numbers are real people and real stories. Like Adam, who needed to take a loan so he could buy a new car and say yes for his dream job, or Camila, who was requesting financing to start new business. For these two and many others who got no from the banks, it means that they are not able to realize their dreams and goals in life. And right now in the current situation, it's not just about dreams and goals, it's also about how to get through this crisis. And unfortunately, many people only got rejected because of algorithms, risk models, and scoring systems. That's why we built Ninja Lender, the B2B marketplace, which allows credit institutions to provide an alternative offer instead of a negative decision to people like Adam and Camila. With Ninja Lender, banks, lending companies, and peer-to-peer credit platforms will reduce the customer acquisition costs, get verified leads, and will increase customer loyalty. All of them can use Ninja Lender to buy and sell any type of rejected loan application. They just need to ask for the permission and send data to our platform via API. And then we will find another credit provider for this person. And now let me tell you about the market. There are more than 1 billion rejected loan applications per year globally. If you're talking about Poland, the rejected volume for consumer loans here is more than 100 billion euros. Our business model is based on transaction fees. We take 20% brokerage from successful transactions. We are a team of 5 and we are experienced in fintech solutions. Together we built a commercial product for lending companies in Ukraine, which have 500,000 clients in total. Recently, we graduated from the Poland Prize program powered by a huge thing in Warsaw, and we are scheduled our launch with 3 lending companies on March 31st. So we're looking for cooperation now and for investment as well. Thank you. It was Yaroslav, CEO and founder at Ninja Lender.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Yaroslav. Now we have a timing issue, so we're going to have to do the Q&As backstage so that we can let our main speaker onto the stage. So, okay, we're going to be switching stages now. We can continue our discussion here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got 4 minutes of Q&As with the judges.
I have a question in terms of who is taking the risk for those decisions, you know, because currently, you know, there is certain system that for the loans, what is safe, what is not, then if you want to go above this threshold or below this threshold, yes, where the risk lies and how this is regulated?
First of all, we know that not all of rejected customers should be financed, but 20-30% of them actually have a very good chance to get a loan in other place. So we would like to work with these rejected customers. And this risk will take the company which will buy this lead and provide the financing. But of course, this company has his own system to score this lead. So
Well, hello again. So I'm tremendously excited for our next speaker. I've been waiting for her for such a long time to come and join us. Elaine Montilla, she's a CIO at the State University in New York, the Graduate Center. She's a tech contributor for Forbes. She is a unicorn of her own kind. She's a woman of color. She's a lesbian, and she is in the tech world, and she occupies a senior position